Welcome in, everybody. Can you hear me? Welcome in. Bud Files, Miss Patty, Mama Patty. Can everybody hear me? Heather, welcome in. Thank y'all for coming. Just making sure everybody can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Hey, Educated Natural. Okay, y'all hear me. Thank you. Well, tonight we're going to work on tumblers, y'all. I haven't done tumblers, like really showed you the process of how I put together tumblers in a while. Unfortunately, Kathy could not be with us. She might be in the chat, but she is a very, very busy lady, so she could not come with us tonight on our little tumble journey tonight. But I want to thank everybody for coming in, and I really greatly appreciate y'all. We're gonna work on like two or three tumblers. I'm gonna try to show y'all how what I do is as far as getting my design together and being able to put it all on one tumbler. So I'm gonna go over here to my sharing. Okay, that's my silhouette. I'm ready to bring that one up yet. Let's go over here to Canva. Now I like to use Canva. I'm just trying to make sure y'all can see that. Okay, cool. Now I like to go over to Canva, and when I go over to Canva, I'm able to do my videos. I'm able to put together designs. And what I'm going to show you is I go up here to create a design. A lot of times you can customize it, which is at the bottom where my um, cursor is, or you can go up here and simply tell them what you would like. Like now I'm going to write in Tumblr, and it will give you different things if you want the template or you already want a project. So I'm going to basically come out of this because this is not the size one I really use. But I can go into Tumblr graphic and I can just change up. So what you do is you go down here. Welcome in, Deborah Garrett. I appreciate whichever style you would like. If you want elegant, you will go for elegant, and it will show you different ones. Now, a lot of times, will just go for blank, which I'm going to show you that I go for. I go for blank. And when you go for blank, you always want to make sure that you put in the actual size of your tumbler. And mine is always 9.3 by 8.3 because it gives me enough size and it lets me be able to pretty much put on there what I want. Now, I normally go to elements, and if I want to make a nice background, I simply type in what I want. So let's go for something like a marble background. And I'm going to hit that. And it's going to show me different pictures. You can say see all and basically scroll down to what you would like. Now, if you want to specify and you want to put a color in, you can also do that as well. And I'm just going to scroll down a little bit and see if it's anything that really catches my eye. Now, this purple is pretty. So let's put this purple up here. And I'm going to size it up the way I want to. I'm going to go up. Basically, I'm trying to fit this piece of white paper that's right here. And then I will resize it in a minute. Now, say you didn't want it so plain like this, and you wanted to add something else. You would go back up here to element, And say maybe you want to add something plain to the top. So let's say solid background, or you could go at the very bottom. But when in going at the bottom of the screen, which says background, it will sit up there and take over your whole entire background or whatever you might have up there. So let's go for like, let me see right here. And let's go for something pretty that we could add to the top of that. In designing, you want to make sure it's something that you really like and that you can really take your time in design. So we're going to go with this purple up here. I'm going to make it like it's half. And we're going to put it right like that. And then I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to find, we could put some words on there, or either we could put something else on there. Let's put like some gold or something in there. Let's do like gold line or gold streaks. Gotta add something to it so it can have a nice flavor to it. Welcome in, Jags. Welcome in, Robin. Anybody I have missed. If you see a mod in the chat and they are speaking to you, they are speaking for me. I greatly appreciate you because I can't really see the chat. But thank y'all all for coming in. So let's go with something pretty. We don't want to be too much. And I don't know. I don't like that one right there. So let's take that one out. And let's go down here a little further down. Okay, this one looks good. Either this one or the other one I see. So basically, you're going to take your line and you're going to bring it up. Bring it out a little bit more. Because we want to be able to see it. And really, I can't really see that. So we're going to duplicate that. Because I'm really trying to make sure that it is in there where we can really pretty much see it. Now, we could leave that like that, or I could take that away and add something else. I'm thinking no, that it don't look good. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out. I'm going to keep what we got at the top. I'm going to go with this. But I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to take my little circle right here and I'm going to slant this a little bit. And then I'm going to use some words. Now this is a little dark. What we could do is actually add to this, or you could change it up. You could go up here to edit photo. And I'm just waiting for my computer. And when you go to edit photo, you go here and you can make it natural. We can make it warm. We can make it cool, vivid. Now, in making it vivid, it will add more luster to it so that we can really see it. And I think that one is pretty much good. I'm going to pull this out some more. Let's pull this out some more. Okay. Now, that's a whole lot better because you can really see it. Welcome in, Big Rooster. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you coming in. Now, let's go to text. Now, using text, you can use up here to make your own words or your own font, or you can pretty much go down here where they already have fonts made out, and you just pretty much go in and change it up. Now, we could go to the word glow, hit that on the screen. You're going to double tap. It takes the word out, and then you can pretty much put in what you want to put in. I'm going to put that in. And then you will go up here and resize it so that it will fit. So I'm going to bring this up. I think I'm going to pretty much leave it like that. Bring it up a little bit more and bring it down. Now I can also go in and change the color of it. You will go up here to text color, which is right here where the A is. And I can pretty much change in the color. If I don't want to go for that pink, I can come and bring it down some. Or we could even change the color totally at all, like that. And then you can go into up at your top where it says effects at, and maybe want to put an outline around it. Now that's pretty right there. I think that'll work right there. Or we could change that color out. Go into your color guide right here, and you can lighten it up so it doesn't look so, bold and hard. So pretty much we can go for that. Now what you want to do, what I always do, is I always take and go in here and I completely combine everything. Down here where it says group, I hit group. Now before I leave out of here, I'm going to go and I'm going to resize this. Let me make sure I got everything. Okay, now let me come down here. Let me come out of here. And I'm going to go up at the top. Now, when you have Pro, Canva Pro, you can resize. But a lot of times, if you do not have the particular professional part of a particular software, then it's hard for you to be able to do certain things. And when you're dealing with Canva, it will have a crown up here to let you know whether you can resize it or not. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here, what I already have at 9.5 by 8.3. I'm going to hit resize. And it's told me that the design is resized successfully. It's going to switch over. Now, all of that is together. What I always like to do is I take and move it around and make sure everything is grouped. And it's not pretty much grouped. So I'm going to go back here and hit back. All right, I'm going to go in again. And I'm going to hit it. And I'm going to make sure it's grouped. Now I hit group. Everything should move together. That's how you know everything has successfully combined together. We're going to go up here to the word share. You come down to download. You don't want to hit on transparent background if you have completely did a background. But being that this is a white piece of paper behind it, I'm going to hit transparent background. I'm going to hit the word download. And then it will let me know that I have successfully downloaded it. It's going to download it into my computer. Once it has downloaded into my computer, then we will be able to, and that's over to the Silhouette. So we're going to come out of here completely. I'm already in Silhouette. You go up here to the word file, which is in your top left corner. You come down to the word open. I'm going to hit on that. I'm going to look for what we just now downloaded, which is Queen on Her Grind at the top. I'm going to hit OK. Wait for it to download. Now that we have this over here, it's going to come in at a different size. Let me take this extra line off first, y'all. It's going to come in at a different size. You will go up here, unlock your keypad, well, really a padlock. And I'm going to go for the height. I'm going to backspace out, and I'm going to put 8.3. I'm going to hit enter. Then I'm going to go over to my width. I'm going to backspace that, and I'm going to put 9.3. Hit enter also. And as you can see, it changes over. Now, what I always do before I go ahead and print it is I always come up here to my paper, which is in the top right corner, and I always make sure my paper size is correct. My width of my paper that I do have in the printer is 8.5. My height is 11 even. So what I'm going to do is, being that this is the right size of the paper, I'm going to take this little green bar at the top, and I'm going to just gently turn this to the side because I want to make sure it fits the paper. I'm going to move it down some. But in order to also move it, you can go up here to this little square that's under the word design. You're going to hit that and make it center it. So once it has centered it, then we're going to go over to the word file again. And let me make sure my printer is on. And we're going to come down here to the word where it says print. When you get to print, I got to wait for it to think. I always like to go over to the right and use my sliding bar to make sure that my design is completely on the paper. Once it is, I'm going to hit the word print, which is the blue box. I'm going to go under here and hit cancel on that. I always go to preference. I go to the top, which says document size. I'm coming down to 8.5 by 11, which is our letter size. I also go over to the right-hand side panel. At the very bottom, it says mirror image. You want to make sure that is on. Once I check and make sure all of that is on, I will hit the word OK, which is under StreamYard sharing bar. I hit OK. Once I hit OK, let me hide this so that's out the way. I hit the word OK. I come over here to print, and now our design is printing. So once that has finished printing, I will come completely back on the screen. Anybody have any questions? Anybody want to say anything? I'm trying to look at the chat from my other thing. So now it's printing on the printer. I'm going to show y'all that design, but I'm also going to show you 2 other designs. And we're going to go ahead and work on the cup press tonight. Now, in doing so, you want to make sure you have your heat gloves, a picker, because you might need to pick it off. I always use 2 types of tape. You have the blue tape, which is your painter's tape. I have this little gadget that helps me as far as holding it. It's like an extra pair of hands. I'm going to use that tonight. And I figured out how to make this stay closed. So I have a rubber band also, and I'm going to show y'all how I use mine. You need a pair of scissors. Our paper is already printing out. And you want to have butcher paper because you don't want the inside of your press to get messed up. Okay, now you want a microfiber rag, and having that microfiber rag, you can get all of the fingerprints or anything that might have been on there as it was shipped, or it was sitting around in your house, or it was just sitting around in the box. Now I'm going to find my other tape, and I'm going to make sure we have enough of that. Okay. You want to also use your heat tape. And using your heat tape is good for putting it in the press so it does not mess up. Another thing that I like to do, and this is just my preference, is I always get a marker because you have to rotate it in the cup press. Well, I do. And that's to make sure that heat will get completely around the tumbler because you want to make sure that you don't have any ghosting. So what I do is I write a T for the top and a B for the bottom. So I'm going to show y'all all of that. I'm going to move this computer back once I'll paper has printed out for our tumbler. Now, another thing you want to make sure that you have is the tumbler. Now, in getting tumblers, you can't just get any type of tumbler. It has to be a sublimatable tumbler. A lot of times you can go on Etsy, you can go on Amazon, and you can also go online. You can buy them by the bulk or you can buy them single-handedly. It's better for you to go and buy them by bulk so that you will have them on hand, especially if you have a business that you are running. Now, what I have is I have a supplementable tumbler. It is white and it came in a bag with a plastic bag inside of it. I am going to wipe it off. You also want to make sure you take your top off before you put your tumbler together or put it in the tumbler press. Everybody okay out there? Everybody following along? Hey, good people, good afternoon. Hey, Miss Tracy, how you doing? I appreciate you coming in. I also have some other ones I already have printed off. I'm just going to show y'all that. Now, it's a special person that's in our chat. And I said I was going to make something special for them. They ordered something from me. And I said, along with them ordering something, I was going to send them something nice. Because they've been asking for a tumbler for the longest, y'all. So I'm going to show you the tumbler that I designed and put together for them. As soon as this finished printing off, I'm going to come completely back on screen and I'll be able to show y'all. But how's everybody doing this evening? Everybody having a good time tonight. Everybody had a wonderful day already. And I greatly appreciate y'all for coming and rocking and vibing out with me. But we had the tumble tonight, y'all. I had a couple of orders for some tumblers. I did print them off, but I'm going to do them a little bit later after we finish this live. But I wanted to come on here and show y'all how I completely put a tumbler and everything together. As soon as they finish printing, y'all, we almost there, getting there. But I'm going to go ahead and, no, I don't want to show y'all yet. But I'll show y'all this one. I can show y'all this one right here, but I'm going to wait on this other one. I don't want this person to see it yet until I come back on screen. Okay. I've been seeing a lot of, it's a new trend going around, and it's the 3D puff for the tumbler. And I said I wanted to try it. So I said, let me put it to the test and see if it's really going to come out puff. But this one says dog mom. So I'm going to go ahead and take and put that one on this tumbler. And then when that other one finished, then I'll be able to come back on and show y'all the rest of it. So what you want to do is, I'm going to move this computer too, because I want y'all to be able to see as I assemble and put everything together. Because I had a different setup, y'all. I wanted y'all to be able to see me and see everything on the table this evening. Trying something different for the new one, y'all. Trying something different. We're going to put those over here because we don't need those right now. And we almost finished printing. Almost there. I'll put this over here. We don't need that right now. We're going to get our tape together. Let me make sure I got my other tape over here. And we're going to be ready. All right, now. Got everything set up. Almost finished printing. As soon as I finish printing, I'll be able to come completely back on screen. But we're going to try this out and see how this works. Hopefully it will come out good. I'm going to turn this one upside down so y'all don't see that one yet. How everybody doing? I ain't see nobody say hi. They doing okay? Okay, now we are finished printing. Let's go ahead and cut this one out. We're going to discard all, come off of that, and we're going to stop sharing. I'm going to remove that one. I'm trying to make sure I removed everything. And stop screen. Yay! I did it, y'all. I did it. Now, let me make myself big for 1 minute because I want to be able. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine, Miss Tracy. Trying to work it, trying to work it. Okay, now I made this especially for a special person in the chat. They always say, I want a tumbler. I want a tumbler. I need a tumbler too. When y'all gonna make me a tumbler? So I made sure I made you a whole setup just for you. And I'm gonna put it on a tumbler tonight. So when I send out your item, I'm gonna definitely make sure you get this tumbler. And I'm hoping that you will like it. Cause it's definitely you. It's all your little sayings on the side and your little singing, and then it got you right here in the middle. Can y'all see that? Oh no, y'all can't even see that. Did I make me big or I did the wrong thing? Okay. Now, can y'all see it? Can everybody see it? It's for Big Ruru, y'all. Yeah. King of Cluck. I had to do it. I had to do it. He been asking for a tumbler for the longest, y'all, and I want to make sure he got one. So I'm gonna definitely make sure he get it. But we're gonna go ahead and start off, and we're gonna do his first. I'm gonna put this down. Now, what you want to do also, I'm gonna make sure y'all can see me. What you want to make sure you can do also is you want to cut off your sides, and you want to make sure it fits. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this cutter that I have right now. Sometimes it acts up, so if it acts up, then I will go ahead and switch over and use my scissors. But let me put this over here out the way so I can show y'all how to cut it off completely. Make sure y'all can see. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go on the sides. And you welcome, Big Ruru. I seen you say thank you. We're gonna go ahead and cut the sides off. You want to line it up. It's a little line that's right here in the center of the cutter. You want to take and line that up. You want to cut off as much white as you can because you don't need that. But what I always do when I am making my tumbler templates is I always allow myself a little bit more room. So as I'm wrapping the tumbler, I will be able to decide whether I need to cut some off, because you can always take some off, but you can't put nothing back on once you make it, or else you're going to remake the whole entire thing over again. So we're going to take and pull that off. And I'm going to manually go across the little smaller edges and cut that off. Another thing with sublimation, it looks dull now, but once you put it on a tumbler, that's when you can really see the vibrance of your colors that you have put together. And I'm going to also show y'all the one that we just put together just now. As y'all can see, the colors came out real pretty. Like I said, it might look dull now, but it will not look like that once we put it on the tumbler. And as you can see, it's backwards because remember we had to mirror it and put it in reverse. I'm going to put that to the side for right now. We're going to finish this one, and we're going to do Big Ruru's. We're going to get him out the way. Move it over a little bit. All right, and then we're going to go across. We're just cutting off the paper so we do not have too much excess. Now, sometimes you might have a little of the side whites on there, and I'm going to leave them on there for just a few, and I'm going to show y'all why I do that because in measuring on your tumbler, a lot of times, I'm going to move this out the way. A lot of times when you do measure your tumbler, and all tumblers are different. A lot of times when you get them from different companies, their sizes will be different. We're going to go across this top part, and I'm going to go as close as I can, and we're going to cut that off because we don't need that. Another thing, everybody in the chat, if you have not gotten familiar with each other or you have not visited each other's channel, you may feel free to drop your link by typing #blue and it will drop your link. Okay, let me go for this side. You take this side down. So at least one of my sides will be cut down to a point because I don't need both of them. I just need one of them because I'm trying to make this as seamless as possible. So that means that you will not see anything on the back. We're going to take that part off. And we're coming along real good, y'all. We're going to take this part off. And then we're going to go ahead and start sizing it on our tumbler. Anybody have any questions? If you do, put them in the chat. And I will see it and try to answer it. How about that? Okay, now, like I said, I'm going to leave one side. Let me make sure y'all can see. I'm going to leave one side like that for a little bit until we actually take and size it on our tumbler. I'm going to take and do that like that. Now, I'm going to get our tumbler back. Once I see where I put that tumbler. I just had it. Okay. I'm going to take the tumbler. I'm going to stick my hand inside of the tumbler. And I'm going to take a Microsoft cloth and I'm going to go across it. And going across it, you get any dirt, any oil, any fingerprints, or anything else that might be on it. We're going to take and put that to the side. I'm going to move my template around. Making sure y'all can see this. I'm going to take and move my template around. And try not to touch too much of it. I'm going to put it right here in the middle. I'm going to make sure I'm good on both sides, up and down. And then we're going to start putting it in. Now, the reason why I left this flap like that, as y'all can see, is as I come around, I want to make sure that everything is lined up and everything is good. Now, as you can see, it fits the tumbler real good. Now, I'm going to show you what I use that extra little gadget for. We're going to take and do this like this. We know our line is on that side. I'm going to take and put it in here. And I'm going to take and hold it like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and turn it just like this. And I'm going to put this band on here. Because this is my extra hand that's going to help me squeeze it so that we can make sure that it is tight enough. Because you don't want any type of gaps in there. And having gaps in there, it will create ghosting on your cup. And you don't want that. Uh-oh, my rubber band popped. Let me get another one. I got another one sitting to the side, y'all. Give me 1 minute. Okay, now. Turn it back around. All right, now here we go. Bigger rubber band. I'm just going to loop this around because this is going to be my extra hand that's going to help me keep it like I need to keep it. And then I'm just going to turn it to the side like that. Now it's a little off, so I'm going to just take and readjust it. And it's still tight. Okay, now. I'm going to start at the bottom. I'm going to make sure my bottom is straight and lined all the way up from the top to the mouth part. I'm going to go in just like this. And I'm going to start taping with my heat tape, And we're going to go across the seam. And I'm going to take it completely down to the bottom of the cup. I'm going to do more than one piece. You can never use enough tape. I always make sure I use enough tape, especially on my seam area, because you want to make it as seamless as possible. So as y'all can see how it's holding it in? Everything is tight. And look, our little white piece is hanging over on top of the piece that we did cut. So you definitely want to do that, or you can cut it completely off, which one works for you. But I always leave it on because that's just like a tattletale mark for me to help me get a better seam in the back. Make it seamless as possible. I'm going to keep going like that. Now, when you get to the extra pair of hands, all I do is I loosen it up and I move it down. Loosen up a little bit more and move it down. But it's still keeping it tight for me. I just want to loosen it up enough to slide it down so that it can be in the tape part. I already have tape, as you can see. Make sure y'all can see. So all I did was slide it down, but it's still tight enough for me so that everything will stay as I want it to stay. And everything is still lined up. We're going to just keep taping. Now I'm left-handed, y'all, so I got to go this way. I'm going to go across. Everybody with me so far? We're going to go straight across the seam, and we're going to take the seam completely all the way to the top mouth part of the cup. Now, another thing I like to do is I like to take and run something across that seam so that seam will stay adhered tight together, just like that. You don't want to do it too hard because you don't want to make a mistake and scratch your cup. And you just want to do like that. Once you do that, now I'm going to show you what I do for the bottom. I take the bottom and I just go completely around like this. And in doing this, what I'm doing is I'm smashing that in. As you can see, as you're smashing it in, it creates and makes sure that your color will be at the bottom of your tumbler. Welcome in, Grammy's Journal. Thank you for coming in. M&T Living and Cooking. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all coming in. So I'm just rolling it around, trying to give it that little edge. So as I'm doing that, it's bending. So it'll be right where I need it to be at. Then I'm going to turn it upside down like this. I'm going to take my blue tape and I'm going to go around this. So I'm going to cut off a couple of pieces of strips because I'm going to do the bottom, the top, the middle, and that line that we have that our extra hands is holding. I'm going to go around here like this. I'm going to make sure y'all can see. And you're just going to put this on here. But as you put this on here, you want to pull it tight. Pull it tight. Now, I didn't cut enough tape, but that's okay because I'm going to put some more on here. We're just going to pull it in. You're just going to smash it in. I'm going to grab some more tape and do the same thing. And I'm going to go right over top of that. And I'm going to pull it tight. As I'm pulling it tight, if it is a gap at the bottom, it is tightening it up so that we can have a nice, full, complete color at the bottom of our tumbler. So once that one is in, I'm just going around and making sure it is completely sealed enough for me. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing to the top, but the only thing is I don't have to smash the top like I had to do the bottom. That is another reason why I always type and measure off a little bit more than what I need to when it comes to the bottom and the top of my tumbler, because it gives it that extra like color all the way completely through from the top to the bottom. So I'm going to take and go where my line is in the middle. I'm going to start right there, and I'm going to bring the tape up enough, and I'm just going to completely take and go around it. And as I'm pulling the tape, I'm making sure it's tight enough. And we're going to take and pull that right there like that. And now I'm going to tuck it. I'm going to tuck it, and as I'm tucking it, I'm smashing it down to make sure that it is tight, because we want our color to be sealed in completely at the top as well as the bottom. Like I said, you can never use too much tape. Now, the pair of hands that we had, we can move them out the way. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to go. Let me put this right here so it won't roll. I'm going to take and I'm going to seal in the middle all the way down. Then we're going to go across one more time in the very middle. And then we're going to put some paper on it, and then we'll be ready. We're going to go ahead and cut this on. This can be heating up for us. And this is exactly what I do. I go from the top. I push that all the way down. And as I'm going down, I'm sliding my fingers. And I want to go from the top all the way to the bottom. So you're varnishing it in to make sure that you get a good sealage for you to have a good seam. Now I'm going to take some tape. I'm going to go from here to there. And as I'm going around this, I'm going to make sure I'm pulling the tape tight, because I want to make sure I get a good sealage so that everything will come out right. And I'm just going around it, making sure everything's tight enough for me. Now, the pen that I told y'all, I'm going to use it and I'm going to put it on my paper. I'm going to take some paper, because you want to make sure that you protect your heat plate on the inside where the cup will be at, because this sublimation does bleed, and sometimes it will bleed through the paper. So we're going to protect our plate and make sure that we do not mess that up. Now I'm going to take that right here, and I'm going to take and roll it. I'm going to start right here and just roll it. As I'm rolling it, I'm still grabbing it tight. So this is just extra protection. And then we're going to take and just go across it with the tape, just like this. And we're going to go around. And I'm still pulling it tight, because we want our tumbler to come out good, y'all. And just pull it and let it go. You can take and tuck your paper. You can take and cut your paper, whichever one works for you. Now, trying to see where my seam at. All right, we're going to put a T right here. That's my top. And I'm going to put a B right here. That's my back or my bottom. Now, mine is already heating up. So I'm still going to go ahead and put this in. That's what I always do, so it can start heating up. And I'm going to already close it up. And it's already ready. Mine is at 329, and it's going to go for 40 seconds. You want to make sure that your pressure is on here tight. And once it get hot enough, it'll automatically count down on its own. While that is going, I'm going to go ahead and do the other tumbler that I have. Anybody have any questions? Hey, Miss Lynetta, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. African Dreaming, thank you for coming in. We're going to sit the rest of this over to the side. I'm going to grab another tumbler. And we're going to do the one that I just designed and made for y'all in front of y'all. We're going to take it out the box. I'm still looking at the counter, y'all. Another thing, when you get a tumbler that is made, you want to make sure that you only hand wash these tumblers. They are not to be put in the dishwasher because you will mess up the paint, which is really the sublimation ink that is on your tumbler. We're going to go ahead and wipe this one off as well. I'm just looking at the counter, y'all, to see what's going on with it. It's still heating up. But like I said, while it's heating up, your sublimation is already appearing to your cup because it's in there in the heat. We're going to wipe this one off. All right, and we're going to get this one set up. Now, this is our design that we did. Oh, I got it upside down. This is the design that we did. I'm going to move this off to the side. I'm going to cut this. It's already started counting down. I'm going to put one of my gloves on now. I got a towel. Let me get this towel. Make sure he stay over there, please. I apologize, y'all. I'm talking to my daughter. All right, let's turn this over. So then y'all can see that steam coming up. Uh-oh. Come on. Close. There we go. Make sure you stay back because I'm going to make sure I put this over here because I need it to cool off, okay? I'm talking to my daughter, y'all. I'm not talking to myself. All right. Now, let's go ahead and cut down the template that we just made. Remember, we're going to let one side stay on so that we can make sure we get, if not perfect, close to being perfect seam. All right. I'm going to take and open this again. I'm going to take and turn it. This time, the B and the T are on the sides because I want to make sure I got good coverage on my sides. Then I'm going to show you another thing that I just started doing for my tops and my bottoms. Okay, I'm going to go up some because I want to leave a little bit for our seam on the side. So we're going to take and do that. And then I'm going to cut the top and the bottom completely off because we do not need it. I'm just looking at, I can't see the chat right now, y'all. I'm paying attention to the cup press to make sure that I get it when it starts beeping because sometimes that can be quite annoying. So let me get that. Okay. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. What I do is I move my tumbler up some. I put it back in there because I'm trying to make sure that I get complete coverage at the bottom. Then I'm going to take and flip this over and I'm going to have just the top part in and the rest of it's going to be hanging out. So that way we can completely get a nice sublimation from top to bottom. I just started doing that because I was like, you know what? Let me try this and maybe this might work with my tops and my bottoms because I was realizing that it just won't getting completely covered like I wanted. Sometimes when you find something, you got to completely, go with it. You got to find what really works for you and do a better job at it because you don't want to be out here selling cups and your stuff is not completely, if not perfect, close to it. Okay, y'all, give me 1 minute. I hate to where y'all is with that. I'm just trying to cut this off real quick. There we go. Now, we're going to take this out. We're going to press that button again. Let me take this out. Now we're going to flip and put the top in. and have that just in and have the rest hanging out. And then we're going to be able to take that out. Anybody have anything in the chat? I bought a mug press on Prime Day. Why? Good for you, Miss Lynetta. When you going to start making some tumblers and some videos? We waiting for you. We waiting for you. African Dreaming. Y'all welcome. Thank you. Okay, y'all, we're doing countdown. So before I do this one, let's go ahead and get Big Rooster's one out the way. We're going to get him out the way real quick. See what his look like. See if Miss Nita did a good job or not. We're going to put it to the top. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut that off for a minute because that's going to keep beeping, y'all. So what we want to do is we just want to cool this off. We want this to kind of cool down some before we take it out. Because sometimes when you take it off too quick, you can kind of not give your design enough time for it to really adhere to your tumbler the way it needs to. And sometimes I'm guilty of that. I be impatient. I want to see. But in fact, I really need to let it adhere to my tumbler. And y'all like my shirt? I just designed this shirt. I wanted to do something a little different. It says crafting is my therapy. And I added another little shirt on the side. I was just playing around with vinyl because I wanted to see how two different vinyls would adhere to each other. And it did pretty good. And I put something on the back. I'm going to turn around a little bit so y'all can see. I put like a cricket on the back. And then I put like a thread on the back also. So I just wanted to play around with different vinyls because sometimes I do not do vinyl enough like I need to. And I have so much of it, so I really need to use it. So I just thought that was something different. But we're going to go ahead and take our paper off for the big reveal. How y'all think the tumbler going to come out? Y'all think it's going to come out pretty? Or y'all think it's going to be a nah, Miss Nita? Miss Nita not on it. Would you say different, Miss Lynetta? Thank you. I appreciate you. But y'all gonna think Miss Nita not on that game again tonight? Like I was one of them lives. I was not on my game. That tumbler was terrible. But let's see if we did a good job. Because we want to make sure that it looks nice. Because like I said, this is for Big Rooster. And I don't want to send him no dud. We can't send him no dud. We got to do this one right. I don't know. Something about these gloves would be too much. I'm going to take that off for a minute. Now we're going to take some of this tape off. And this paper off. How y'all think it looks? I don't see nobody talking in the chat. Y'all don't think it's going to come out right? Everybody went to sleep on me. I don't hear nothing. I know, y'all, it's a lot of tape and a lot of this and a lot of that, but you got to really work with it to get it where you want it to go. Nobody talking. I guess nobody don't believe in me. They don't believe this tumbler going to be nice. Probably say, nah, this tumbler ain't going to be worth nothing. You said no dub for Big Rooster. I know, Miss Lynette. I'm trying to make sure it's no dub for Big Rooster. I just wanted to know if y'all was with me. Everybody else seemed like they done went to sleep or got quiet on me. We trying to make it look good for Big Roo. I don't even hear Big Roo. Oh, thank you, Crafty. I know you in the background working. Go back to work, boo. I appreciate you just listening in. Mama know you busy. Don't worry about it. I know you in the bushes, baby. I appreciate you always. Always. I know you here. All right, y'all. We gonna keep on. Almost there. I know I put a lot of tape on here, y'all. Trying to make Big Roo Cup look good, y'all. All right, let me see. Let me see now. Let me see how it came out. Come on, thing. Then the tape want to be extra, y'all. Want to do too much. Want to do a little bit too much on me. All right, now we're going to pull this off. Now, I'm going to go to the main piece of tape back here. And we're going to go for the big reveal. I don't even hear Big Ruru saying nothing. Maybe he don't even want to see his own cup. Maybe I need to keep it, y'all. What y'all think? Big Ruru, you still here in the chat? Don't make me call you out. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I can show y'all this part so far, y'all. This is what I'm talking about. See how good the coverage came out at the bottom of the tumbler? I'm trying to make sure y'all see. See how we got that all the way around? That is why I took and I smashed it all the way around, because we want that complete coverage. We want it from top to bottom and everything in between. Y'all ready to look at it? Because I don't think y'all going to like it. I don't think y'all going to like it. Y'all ready? Put a blue heart in the chat if everybody ready to look at it. Let me know. Let me see who all here. Let me see who paying attention. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Hey, Miss Marissa, thank you for coming in. You said I'm not saying anything. The cup's not for me. Oh, Jay, don't let me know you be you. Are you being a little salty? Well, you gotta let me know what you want. You gotta let me know what you want. But ta-da, here go the cup, y'all. Y'all tell me how I did. Y'all tell me how it came out. I'm trying to see if y'all can see. Let me put it on a big one so y'all can see it. Trying to see which one gonna show up. This one. Can y'all see it? Say the king of cluckery. Seeing it got Babs and his famous line. Hold on, y'all. Hold on for a minute. And being that what I did was I did a two-tone. So that is why you see the two-tone. Because normally I make sure you don't see no seam at all. But this is our bottom. See how the bottom came completely around? And this is our top. So y'all tell me how it came out. Y'all think Big Ruru gonna like this? Because I ain't seen him in the chat. Is he still in the chat? No. Big Ruru gone, y'all. But this is his tumbler. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably put either a red, or I'm thinking maybe like a black, because I do have different color straws. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a straw and everything to it. But what I do now when I send out packages and boxes, let me make sure I got the right box. I make sure that they have a tumbler in their box along with a straw. And now I have care instructions that I'm putting on the boxes. So this is my care label. Let me make sure I got the right one. Yeah, this is my care label. If y'all can see that. This is the care label that I will put on the outside of the box to always remind you of how to properly take care of your tumbler. I'm going to take and put this on here. So we already got him pretty much together and ready to go on up out here. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to put it right here. Make sure it go down completely. And there we go. And then it's on there. Just a friendly reminder to let you know how to properly take care of your tumbler. I'm just going to put this on here like this. And put it down in the box. And then I'll put a straw in there later. I have to find my straws. I think they're up there. But I will put probably, I'm trying to see what colors I have. Probably a red straw, because I don't see any more of my black, darker straws. So we'll probably put a red one in there. But now I know that's Big Rooster's. He is done. We are finished with him. Now we're going to go ahead and go on to the one that I just made and created. The queen one. We can turn our heat press back on. I'm in our tumbler press. I'm going to put that right here. Now remember, I kept that one side like I told y'all before. I'm going to put my hand in here. And we're going to pretty much find a good spot to make sure everything is completely wrapped around. All right, we're going to put that right here. And I want to line it up completely. This one is I made this one a little big, it seems like. So what I'm going to do is when I get ready to take and tape it down, I will make sure that I smash that completely down so that it won't be hanging off. Okay, now we got our line right here. And we're going to go across. Can you stop Alexa for me, please? I apologize, y'all. My Alexa going on. And my daughter can't hear it. Stop Alexa for me, please. All right, now. We are completely done right here. Okay, now. We're going to take our hands. Y'all got to excuse me. Alexa want to be a little extra. She want to be up in the program, too. Okay, now. We are completely together. We got our extra piece of seam that is right here. We want to take our rubber band again. And we're going to go straight across here. Because remember, this is our extra pair of hands. And we just want to make sure it's locked in tight enough to hold together our paper for us. Because this is very good, too, for like people that have hand problems like myself. And you just want to put it on there. And then it has this little piece right here. You can take and put it like that, whichever one you need to put it at. I normally put it like this. So I'm going to make sure my paper is still lined up pretty good. You're going to take our tape again. And I'm going to pull 2 off this time. That way I can go ahead and tape it completely down. We're going to get a move on, y'all. We're going to get a move on. There we go, like that. Make sure that when you put it down tight. And you want to also make sure you smooth it across. Because what you're really doing is like varnishing it in to make sure that everything stays nice and tight. We're going to take and move this up a little bit more. That's why I put that rubber band on there, because I want to make sure it stays tight for me. Because like I said, my extra pair of hands have to help me out. We're going to go right across our seam again. And we're going to go down. I'm going to take these 2. Because like I said, you can never use enough tape, okay? Never too much. All right, we're going to take and move our hands down to the part that we already have taped off. Move it open a little bit, just a little bit, but I still want it to stay tight. So open it just a little bit and slide it down. Just a little bit and slide it down. If your tape come up a little bit, no problem. Just take and slide it back down. But you want to keep that tightness going. I'll take these 2. All right, that one got kind of messed up. I'm going to take these 2, and we're going to go and keep right on going with our seam. You want to make sure it's nice and tight, and all the way to the mouth part, all the way up. And then you just want to take and make sure you smooth across it tight. Now remember how I showed y'all at the bottom that I do? Just going to take and smash it in, just at the bottom. Thank you, Miss Robin. I appreciate you. Thank you, Miss Tracy. I appreciate you. Okay, Grammy Journal. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you, honey. All right, we just gonna go across the top, the bottom. Remember what I told you, wanna take and make like it's cupping it. When you take and go across it and you roll it, it's making it fit the bottom. And then after that, we're just gonna take the blue tape again. Start from our seam. And as you do this, you pulling it tight. Right on around. Right on around. It's a little too short. We're just gonna take another piece. We're gonna go from here. And we're just gonna pull it this way tight. We wanna make sure we got right there where we made that cupping piece, and then we're just going to fold in like a flower, fold it in tight, fold it in real tight. You're just going to go around it real tight with your hand to make sure you have further sealed it in. We're going to do our top. You can even take and roll the top. It looks like it's already trying to cup and roll itself. So hey, might get a better deal with it. Never know. Okay, let's do the top like that too. And then we're going to be ready to put this in there. Cup press. And then Miss Nita going to be ready to let y'all go because I don't want to hold y'all too long. But I greatly appreciate each and every one of y'all coming out, taking time out of your schedule to come and hit the like button, share me out, talk in the chat, whichever one you might have did this evening. I greatly appreciate you. All is greatly appreciated. Okay, so we tight, we cupped it. Now we're going to cup this in. And everybody enjoying the live? Let me know. Let me know how I did. Comment. All right, we're going to take this off. We're going to take our extra pair of hands off. Because this comes in handy. I found this on Temu, y'all. It was very cheap. It was like, I want to say, no more than maybe about $3 or $4. But it comes in handy, like I said, especially if you have problems with your hand. I'm just making sure everything is on tight. We're going to take and go across here. Let me get my little padded piece because this keeps it from rolling. And we're going to just go from the top again. Once you go from the top, remember you're going to pull it tight all the way down to the bottom. Once you pull it to the bottom, pull your tape, pull that down, and you're going to just take and make sure you're sealing it in right in your seam area. Now we're going to go once in the middle. As you do it, pull it tight. Pull it tight. Remember to always pull it tight. Now, before we take and put that in there, I'm just going around, making sure I give everything else a extra grip at the top and the bottom. We done with that. We're going to grab our paper once I find out where I put it at. You see where I put the paper at, baby? My paper? You have it over there? Thank you. Okay. Remember, we want our butcher paper. Now just take a little bit. Not too much. We're going to cut this straight up. Because we're going to wrap this like a taco, y'all. Wrap it up. Once we wrap it up, we're going to get our blue tape. Put it over top. We're going to write on it. We're going to keep it going. As you roll your little taco, you're going to do it tight. You're going to hold it. Get our blue tape. And the way your seam is, just take and go the opposite way. Hold it down. Go around. And that's going to start beeping again, y'all. That's a good mug press. It really is. Okay, now gonna take and pull it. Everything on tight. We're gonna put our little T right here, our B right there, and we're gonna put it right in. And this is already counting down. So I'm gonna have to press it again once it has finished. I'm gonna put it right in and make sure everything is in there. We're gonna take and close it up. And like I said, it's getting ready to beep, but it's all gravy. We're gonna just go ahead and keep going with it. There we go. Press it again. And we're just gonna wait for that to go up and down. Once we finish that, we will have the big reveal. You enjoying my live? Thank you, Big Ruru. I appreciate you coming through. I know you can't wait to get your tumbler. You will get your tumbler that you've been asking us for so long. You will get it soon, honey. Real soon. Now, got all that done. We just waiting for that to come out. Also, y'all, Miss Nita been trying new things. I'm trying to make sure y'all can see me. I've been trying new things. Oh, I'm in this camera. I have gotten a mold from Temu now. And if you haven't seen my video, pop up on my video where I did the molds. These are straw toppers that I made. And they just go right down on your straw. And I can do them in different kinds. Like this is a star right here. But I've made like little bows. Little hearts with glitter in it. Little butterflies. And I'm about to knock something over trying to show y'all. But here's a butterfly that I did the other day. And I did it two-tone. Give me 1 minute. Let me get this. And switch it over. We're going to put it on the bottom. I meant from the top to the bottom. Close that back up. And what I did was I did two-tone. And I also included rhinestones in there. So if y'all want straw toppers, let me know. But I enjoyed doing it. It was fun. My daughter helped me take them off, take and open them up the other day. So it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. But like I said, it's a video. Y'all can pop up on there. Let me know if y'all like the short toppers. If you would like some, just let me know. Okay. This is beeping again. We're going to take and turn this completely to the side from the B and the T. We're going to hit that button again. This is a very good press. This is a very good buy. I got this, I want to say, maybe over 3 years ago. And I went on Etsy because I wasn't sure which one I wanted to get. But in actually looking around and shopping around, I found out that this one was a good one. And this is called the J Trans. Now, if I'm not mistaken, another company does sell this actual tumbler press, but I'm not sure. But they have so many different tumbler presses out now. They even have tumbler presses that you press a button and it just actually automatically moves on its own or turn or something. I'm not sure because I haven't really investigated in it. But this one right here, sometimes you have to go with Old Faithful, honey. I'm going to move this up some to make sure we got the bottom sealed. Let me move it up a little bit more. Okay. And then we're going to go and do the top. And then we're going to have the big reveal, y'all. And we're going to be ready. I'm going to be ready to let y'all go. But I'm glad that y'all have enjoyed and spending a little time with me. And hoping that y'all will come back soon. Because Miss Nita got some things. I got plenty of things to do. Plenty of things to do, y'all. Plenty of them. And if it's something that y'all would like to see, that y'all would like for me to try for you, that you might be like, nah, I ain't going to try that one. Let me know. My email is running across the bottom of the screen. So at any given time you would like to leave me an email to let me know, just pop up in the email and let me know. I do read my emails. And you can check me out on IG. I am on IG as well, and TikTok. So if you want to leave me some type of message and say, hey, can you try such and such? I don't have a problem. Long as it's not something that's too much and too expensive now. That's, stay within the limits a little bit. But I'll try it. I have no problem trying it. I love to design, put things together. So just let me know. Even if you want me to design something for you and send it to you, just let me know. We can have a little talk. This one is extremely hot, y'all. I'm really going to have to let this one cool off. Really have to let this one cool off. We're just going to roll it around a little bit. I do have a fan and an air conditioner going, so it should be a little on the cool side in a few minutes. Blue, I talk to myself and answer myself sometimes, so it ain't nothing wrong with it. Who is that told me that? Let me look up here. Who is telling me this? I see you in the chat, but I gotta see who this is telling me that. Okay, Miss Robin, right? But the thing is, as long as you don't answer yourself right back, okay? Just as long as you don't do that one for me, okay? Yeah. Okay, so this one is pretty much cooled off. We're going to go in here, take all our extra pieces off. So this is the one that I designed right here while we was on the live. Thanks to Miss Crafty showing me how to share my screen, y'all. I'm getting better. I'm getting there. One thing at a time, baby. We're going to get there. Y'all just stick with me. We're going to get there one way or another. Oh, y'all, this bottom came out very pretty. Very pretty. Oh, yeah, it came out very pretty. I'm going to roll this around. Oh, kind of hot a little bit still. I'm going to show y'all the bottom. Of course, the bottom is white, but you know what you can also do too, and I said I'm going to start doing that. Let me make sure y'all can see it. The bottom up here, you can also put your logo around here. What you can do is you can measure the bottom. This little piece of sticker right here, you can take that off before you put it in the heat press, the mug press, or you can leave it on. But you can put your company name or anything at the bottom. I do have them set up for me to do that. I just haven't started doing them yet. But you can also you want to make sure somewhere that you incorporate your brand so that your brand will stick out. If others see your brand, they be like, oh, where you get this from? And then you be like, I got it from here. Word of mouth. Word of mouth gets around. So I am almost finished taking this off, y'all. Oh, this is pretty, y'all. This came out so pretty, y'all. This came out, y'all. This came out very pretty. Oh, I am very proud of this cup. This came out so pretty. I'm going to see how long I can keep this one, y'all, because of my girls. But anyway, let me make this big. Am I already big? Let me put this back so y'all can see it. Okay, now, here we go. This is the one I just was on here designing with y'all. As you can see, that's why I made the yellow golden part more bolder so that you can see it. But when it said Queen on her grind, this is a very beautiful cup. This came out so pretty. Yes, I got a little small, little white seam coming up, but that seam looks good compared to a whole lot of them some days. But I think this came out very pretty, y'all. Very pretty. Very pretty. And here go the bottom. As you can see, the seam part at the bottom came completely around. That is why I smashed it down now so that I can get that coverage all the way to the bottom. Also, if you want to, sometimes too, you could, and I'm going to do that one day and let y'all see whether I do it a live or a video. You can actually take and measure this around here And you can actually put some type of sublimation at the bottom too if you want to. So it just depends on what you want to do and your taste. But this came out so beautiful. So beautiful. But I thank y'all kindly very, very much. I appreciate everybody that showed up. I appreciate everybody that was with me while we set up there and we designed and we put together this tumbler. And we also put together Big Ruru's tumbler. So his tumbler is boxed up and it's ready to go. And until we see each other again, y'all know how I leave. Y'all be safe in these streets. Thank y'all so much, and I'll see y'all soon next Thursday.